What is up, hooligans? And happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. Gonna read through the schedule really quick and we'll check on all the chats. So let me know how you guys are doing. Then of course we will be getting things started. First, I want to remind you guys, if you would like to join the website, right now is the time to do it. Go grab you a membership for jeffmaclive.com. That way you can watch today's live, you can post in Hooligans Alley, and you can hang out with all the hooligans in the group chats. Plus, you'll be able to join us Fridays, 6 p.m. Eastern time for our voice chat, where we have a lot of fun and we are laughing our asses off. So definitely go get you a membership for jeffmaclive.com. Unfortunately, I will not be able to participate in the voice chat today. I thought I was going to be able to, but I actually had made commitments last weekend, and I forgot all about it because I was dealing with the damn paperwork. So that's going on, and I am severely sick to my stomach. I don't know if it's this shitty week catching up to me or what, but I've been severely sick to my stomach all day, just sitting here nauseous as fuck for no reason. Anyway, so I will not be a part of the voice chat tonight. You guys are still welcome to do the thing. I'll stop in if I can, but I will not be able to this week, unfortunately. Anyways, we will be starting with this first video titled Lego Theft. How did the detective solve the crime? I've noticed that Legos are really expensive now. I remember when I was a kid, you could get like a big tin of Legos that had like 600 pieces in it, and it'd be like 30 bucks. Now 30 bucks is like a little Lego kit. Like you get like two figures in a little Lego tree, and it's like $50. And I figured that had something to do with gas prices, because you know plastic and oil is all the same thing. So if gas goes up in price, usually everything made of plastic goes up in price. I'm not sure, but the criminals have also found that out, and now they're stealing Lego sets and selling illegal Legos. These are hot Legos out on the market. Didn't know it was a thing, but we found out today. Then we have a complete dumpster fire of Old Man Walter. He just totally made a fool of himself yesterday. We have 4 videos dedicated to his downfall. First one's titled Biden Calls President of Ukraine President Putin, which is nice and humorous. Then we have Trump as Joe's VP. Then we have the White House staff's reaction to Joe saying that President Trump was or is the VP. Then we have the last of the Biden videos, or at least this segment, titled Right Now He, talking about Trump, is using that to mock your age and memory at the end of Old Man Walter's little rally or whatever. It was a press conference. That's what it was. It was a press conference. At the end, one of the reporters slid in an extra question in there saying, hey, you know, the Orange Eagle's on Truth right now talking mad shit about you. Just from the beginning of the speech, you know, President Trump doesn't need a meme team. He doesn't need that. He's watching Old Man Walter and his downfall, and he's like, you know what? Fuck this old guy. And so, anyways, that's what happened yesterday. Old Man Walter running out of steam. Then we have a video titled U.S. Postal Workers Accused of Stealing Millions in Checks. That must be where all my Rumble checks were going. I had 4 or 5 checks that were coming from Canada, because that's where Rumble's financial shit is for whatever reason. So I had checks coming from Canada here to pay me for the things I does, and they got lost in the mail. Nobody knew about it until it was time to do taxes, and I'm like, hey, you guys owe me like $5,000. Where's that at? We got it all straightened out. It's taken care of now. We get wire transfers now because these fuckers are stealing checks out of the mail. So if you got checks coming through the mail, you be careful. These postal workers can't be trusted. Then we have a video titled Musk's Ex Breached Online Content Rules of the EU. So stupid. We don't have rights on the internet, but we have laws on the internet, and that's an interesting combination. There is specific laws for California, and then there is specific laws for the EU. And those EU laws are something to jump through, and that's why I don't participate in it. Only Americans and Canadians have access to jeffmaclive.com because of that bullshit right there. I don't want to have to fuck around with European laws and all that dumb shit. So either way, X did, and now they're going to pay the price for it. Then we have a video titled Kamala Harris, Hyena Harris, holds a rally at Dudley or Doodley High School, selling those lies, and those high schoolers, they're eating it up. They're eating it up. I don't even know why they go to high schools. High schoolers can't vote. It doesn't make sense to me. Anyways, then after that, we have NBC 10 News Today says that Trump wants hush money verdict dropped because he's immune. He's immune to the bullshit. We'll see if it happens. They did postpone his sentencing. It was supposed to be July 11th, I think it was, but they pushed it back. It sounds like it's going to be September 18th is when that sentencing is supposed to happen for the hush money trial, if it doesn't get thrown out. Chances are it's going to get thrown out, but either way. Then we have our feel-good video of the day. It's titled Senior Skydiver Hopes to Complete 1,000 Dives by 2026. She's known as the Skydiving Diva. I'm pretty sure that we've covered her skydiving before. I want to say it was for her birthday or something like that, but she's going to try and complete 1,000 skydives by 2026. I think she's 680 something dives in already. She's such a badass. So that's our feel good video of the day. And then we have our funny video of the day that's titled Big Boy Conference, and it's a good one. So we're going to read through the chat really quick and see how you hooligans are doing today. Then of course we will be getting things started. Holy, we got a full house today. What is up, everyone, over on jeffmaclive.com? What's up, Astral Hammer? What's up, Livid Review? What's up, Donna Sparks? What's up, Sam? What's up, Snooks? What's up, Zero? What's up, Guess MJ? What's up, Annette? What's up, Russell? What's up, Mr. Beansy Beans? What's up, Breeze by You? What's up, Hair Juicer? What's up, Matt? What's up, Damsel? What's up, Cadillacs? What's up, J Spray? And what's up, Salty Ragu? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate all of you guys being on the website. What are you tagging me in? Hair Juicer? Mail Lady's boss just got popped for mail theft, got a DUI on meth, and they found hundreds of birthday cards in his car. He's facing 100+ years. That's fucking crazy, Hair Juicer. That is so crazy. These mail people can't be trusted. I don't know if you guys remember, I was bitching about those people at the post office because they weren't treating me right out in Ludington. We had them investigated and stuff like that because, hey, you can't be treating people like shit. And I was bitching because they're federal workers with their nose in the air and they walk around like they're better than everybody. And when you go into the post office, they treat you like you're inconveniencing them by using their services. And that pisses me off. You get paid all this extra money for nothing. For fucking nothing. You guys are like worth less than lunch ladies. You don't do fucking shit. You sit in that office thinking you're better than everybody else while mishandling our packages and mail. Eat shit. Your job isn't worth nothing. We're gonna replace you fuckers with robots because you ain't worth shit. I can't stand the post office or the fucking FedEx people. Fuck those people. Anyways, reading through. What is up, everyone over on Rumble? Snooks, you were first today. I appreciate everything you do for all of us, Snooks. Breeze by You, you're omnipresent, you're awesome. What's up, Tony Rez? What's up, Stoner? Happy freedom. Russell, you're omnipresent, you're awesome. What's up, Disco? Let me see here. My eyes are being all fuzzy. What's up, Gron? What's up, Lifelike? Happy freedom. What's up, Girth? Doo-doo-doo. What's up, Pumpkin? What's up, Elisa? Pumpkin, the other day, I don't know, I think we were talking about the fake nails. And you were like, well, at least I cut my nails. And for some reason, this has been hanging with me. I'm scrolling through videos and I'm like, why do these women got their talons out? You cut your damn nails. And I was thinking about how you were like, I cut my nails, okay? I'm not participating in the bullshit. I appreciate you, Pumpkin. What's up, Paul? What's up, Matthew? What's up, General Chaos? Happy freedom. Appreciate you being here. What's up, Break a Leg? Let's see, Rumble equals worst commercials ever. I'm sorry you feel that way, Break a Leg. At least they're not trying to get you vaccinated or telling you to be really scared of Project 2025 that has nothing to do with Trump, you know. But you go over to Twitch, they be trying to change your gender by the end of the ad. That's how it goes. It's dog shit over there. What's up, Spicy K? What's up, Proud American? What's up, Deep South Jody? What's up, Kevin? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Don't forget to hit that like button over on Rumble. What is up, everyone over on Kick? What's up, Shannon? What's up, Zeusbot? Happy freedom, Zeus Boot. You gotta be the Zeusbot. You gotta be the Zeusbot from Twitch. There's no way. There's no way we got a Zeusbot and a Zeus Boot. I gotta say boot all weird, otherwise Trigger Crazy will come for me. Because I say roof and not roof, like you people in Canada and Canada. Roof and roots. I can't. I gotta squeeze my balls when I say that stupid shit. It's roots. Gotta get those boots on, you know what I'm saying? 420. Happy freedom to you. What's up, Hurley Girl? What's up, Lisa? What's up, Jack? Oh, you just reminded me of something. Either way. What's up, Tony Rich? Happy freedom. Make sure I got everybody. I think so. Happy freedom, all of you hooligans on Twitch. And what's up, everyone over on the communism platform? Mr. Satan, you were first over here. What's up, Matt? What's up, Toe Mafia? Happy Freedom. What's up, Turbo? Doo-doo-doo. What's up, Ruby Q? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Harry? What's up, Red Dog? My eyes are failing me today. What's up, Atlas? Happy Freedom. And what's up, Ant Farm? Alright, so you just reminded me, Jack. Huge shout out to Jack. Thank you so much for the PayPal earlier today. You were a badass. Thank you so much. So we're going to get started in this first video. It's titled Hot Legos. There's Lego thieves out here. The title is How Did the Detective Solve the Crime? Like I said, these Lego prices are going up and the criminals, they figured it out. So they're out here stealing from stores, which if you're over on the West Coast, you can steal up to $950 or $990 or something like that. And there's no legal consequence to you. Probably most of these stolen Legos are coming from the West Coast. That's all I can assume. And they're selling them everywhere. There's even stores like general stores and stuff that are purchasing these illegal Legos to sell them on the shelves to make some extra money. I didn't know they were worth all that. Legos over gold, I guess. But either way, we're going to get this started. And before we do, I want to remind you guys, we have these Neon Screaming Goat t-shirts. It comes in shirts for men, shirts for women, tank tops for men, tank tops for women, coffee mugs, stickers, and dog tags. Today I got on the Plain Jane Hooligan t-shirt. We got lots of designs and lots of items over on the merch store. I'll drop the link in the chats while we're watching this first video.
Time now to meet our lead researcher on the Banfield Show. And tonight he presents a true crime puzzle that has us all scratching our heads. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Rory.
How did the Lego detective solve the crime? He put the pieces together.
He's on fire!
Again, that was Rory. His dad, Chris, works on this show. But get this. Lego crime is a real grown-up business, and police in several cities have made some big busts. I want to show you $200,000 worth of hot Legos in Eugene, Oregon. Police there say a shopkeeper was buying the Legos he knew had been stolen from places like Target and Walmart and then reselling them. Some of those sets are worth like over $800. A couple weeks ago, a similar scene in Long Beach, California. Stacks and stacks of stolen Legos recovered. Police say fans were actually showing up to buy them while the search warrant was being executed. 2 people ended up in jail for that case, charged with organized retail theft and grand theft. So a word to the wise criminal masterminds. You better Lego those Legos because like Rory said, the Lego detectives are putting the pieces together. Thank you so much, everybody, for being with us. Thank you, Rory, for your amazing contribution. News Nation continues right now. Thank you for
Yep, the Lego black market. It's doing well out there, I assume. Let me take a gander really quick and see if I can access eBay without getting any personal information on the screen here. I'm going to see what these Legos are going for. You think they got like code words and shit? I'm trying to think what was that furniture store back when the plague first started and they were selling kids? I can't remember. It wasn't something IKEA or something like that, but they had certain code phrases. They're like, buy this dresser. The dresser's name is Catalea. You know, and you're like, what? Wait a minute. What? Why is this little dresser $900? And why do you name it Catalea? What is this? A little human trafficking going on. Let me see how the Lego market is doing. Let me get the thing here. We're going to go for recently sold. That's what I want to see. Sold items. Let's see, make sure none of my info is on here. I think we're good. Whatever's whatever. We're going to risk it. Somebody just bought this little piece of shit for $45 hairs. Holy, where'd it go? Oh, they won't even show it to me. You gotta pay extra for that. This is what I'm saying. Look at this little play set at the top here. I don't know if you can see this. $45 hairs? Look at this. One guy. $47 hairs. For what? Goofy ass Legos. $12 for this. That's actually probably a good deal nowadays. I don't know. $100. $100 for the boat. I remember $100 used to get you a giant ass like Star Wars Death Star figure. $100 was like the top of the food chain for the Lego world. Now that's where it starts. You could either get a Lamborghini or a pretty good size Lego set. That's where we are in the world. The black markets go ahead and take that over. Now it kind of makes me want to hustle some Legos because I don't know if you guys know these things, but I like to collect things. That's a little Pokemon, a little Pikachu Happy Meal box there. That's one of 7 that I have. And those things right there, they're worth like 25 bucks. It smells like french fries in that damn thing. 25 bucks. I might have to go get me some Legos. Be doing some yard sailing like Gary V. That's how I get down. Anyways, next up we have Biden calls president of the blue and yellow country that I'm not allowed to talk about because YouTube loves communism. Calls him President Putin, and we're gonna just run all those videos together because they're all like 20-second videos and there's 4 of them. But anyways, that's coming up next. First, we're gonna read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about these Lego thieves and the black market Legos. Yeah, Wayfair. Thank you, Air Juicer and Zero. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Get some Timu. That's a different brand of human being. Yeah. What's up, RK? Happy freedom. Salt ragu, that's nothing. I got a stick and a hoop. What? There used to be a name for that. I can't remember what that's called. Yep. You're outdoing all of us, salty ragu. Jealous. Live review, that's methed up. Yep. Russell, an $800 Lego set. Yeah. It's ridiculous. Like I'm saying, if you walk through Walmart, you'll see like a little Harry Potter set that's like, I mean, it's so small. I don't have anything here to compare it to. My thinking ball could be this. I don't know if I've showed you guys this. I probably did back when I was shirtless. This is my thinking ball. But anyways, for a Lego set this size is like $40 at Walmart for no reason. For no reason. Come on, ball. Where's your flat spot? Ooh, there you go. Reading through. Russell, Lego my Lego. I know, she tried to make that work. She tried. What's going on over here? And like the little boy said, little boy was like, they put the pieces together. Could you imagine going to jail for Legos? Or even worse, going to prison? You go to prison because you have stolen merch more than $100 or whatever, so you get a couple years in prison. You're in there, you got dudes with face tats and stuff. They're doing terrible things when they were free. And they're like, what are you in for? You're like, well, I got me the Death Star Lego set. Tucked it in my hoo-ha. Walked out of Walmart, but they caught me in the parking lot. Like, I don't know. Just, it's not an honorable way to go. I don't think there is an honorable way to go to prison, but it ain't that, I tell you. It ain't that. Kevin, I had boxes and boxes of Conan the Barbarian comics too. Yeah, see, and I have a buddy that has boxes and boxes of comic books, and some of them are worth a considerable amount of money. Now, he doesn't have like first edition Superman from the 80s or any kind of shit like that, but he's got a lot of stuff, and it's some of those comics are worth a couple $100. But he doesn't want to go. He doesn't want to do the work to sell them, to like find the value, sell, like list them, and then do the shipping and handling if one sells. He doesn't have the interest in doing that. He wants it done for him, and I don't have the damn time. Otherwise, I'd be slinging some comic books and collector's items. I love collecting things. I just met somebody yesterday at like 2 o'clock in the morning on a TikTok live who was teaching me how to find rare Hot Wheels cars and rare Matchbox cars, because I want to get into that, because you get Hot Wheels for like $1. You get a whole bunch of them, sit on them for 20 years, and then turn around and sell them for $100 a piece. And so he was teaching me about that. I'm all about that stuff. I don't have money to buy houses and turn them into rentals and shit like that. I got to invest in other ways. Just reading through. My stomach is killing me. It's like I got lava in my gut. Lisa, I'm writing my Lego business plan now. Yeah, see, it's surprising. It's surprising how much people will pay for Legos. $420, that's nothing for prices. Go into actual Lego stores, bonkers on the amount they want. I didn't even know there was actual Lego stores. I guess I'm not surprised. I've been into Timberland and Nike and stuff like that. When I was in Florida, they have the actual stores. But where I live in Michigan, we don't have any cool shit like that. we don't have cool stuff like that. We got resellers, that's it. flip. Lego Group started using QR codes. Each set has its own QR code. Then they made it so if you can your own set into their site, you can get points, but if that set has been flagged as stolen from a store. That's interesting, Flip. I didn't realize they had a whole barcode system going on. I mean, apparently they need it. Flip, you red flag yourself? What does that mean? Jason, I found a 1976 quarter that might be worth $1 million. Interesting, Jason. I found a quarter that's a 1776 D coin or something like that, and it's supposedly worth like $5,000 or something, but I don't know much about selling coins. I got it set aside, but we'll get it figured out. Oh, I appreciate you, Breeze by You. Man, you got thousands of Hot Wheels. I guess they're worth money if you got some treasure hunts, or if you have the super treasure hunts. I don't have any of that though. I've been checking for the last 3 months, kind of secretly. I just don't say anything about it because I know it's dorky. I just keep my dorky shit to myself. But I've like the Dollar General, Family Dollar, Walmart, Meijer, any stores I go to where they sell Hot Wheels, I'm like flipping the packs and looking for super treasure hunts and stuff, but I couldn't find anything. And like I said, I met somebody yesterday online and I was talking with them like, hey, how do you know what you're looking for? And he was showing me what to look for on the packs and stuff. Just giving me some free info. What a cool guy, because he didn't have to do that. Let me see. We're going to get into this next one. Like I said, we're going to run these videos back to back. There's 4 of them, and they're all Biden just shit in the bed. Hard, full-blown explosive diarrhea. It was a bad day for Biden yesterday. I don't know if it was the debate 2.0, but it was a bad day for Biden yesterday. Let me get this stuff pulled up. The first one is Biden calls President of Ukraine President Putin. Then we have him talking about President Trump as his vice president. Then we have the same mistake, but we're watching the staff, the White House staff, hear him say this shit and the reaction on their faces. And then we have a reporter at the end of the conference talking referencing President Trump on Truth Social and asking Joe Biden what he thinks of that. And then the reply is stupid. The whole thing is stupid. So we'll get started on this. This first video is Biden calls President of Ukraine President Putin. Don't forget to hit that like button over on Rumble.
And now I want to hand it over to the President of Ukraine, who has as much courage as he has determination. Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin. President Putin. He's going to beat President Putin. President Zelensky. I'm so focused on beating Putin, we got to worry about it. Anyway, Mr. President.
I'm better.
You are a hell of a lot better. And now I want to hand.
So stupid. I have a hard time with like cringy, awkward moments. That would be a tough one. That would be a tough one to sit there. And there's a lot of close-ups on Zelensky's face as this is being said. And it's like a child when they lick their ice cream and it falls onto the ground. And then they just stand there for a brief moment like, oh no. Like they're ambushed with emotion and they're just sitting there processing it. That's exactly what he looked like. And he kind of was looking around like, shit, Putin ain't here, is he? Like he ain't here, is he? Because that might not be okay. And that was funny. And the old man Walter trying to save it. What a bunch of nonsense. We're going to get right, like I said, back to back. This next one is Trump as Joe's VP. So bad. He had such a shit day yesterday. And this guy's sitting right next to Ducey. I don't know why Ducey looks like he's hiding. He's got his face tucked into the other reporter's back for comfort. Old man Walter's making him feel uncomfortable. Nothing new. Poor Ducey. All right, let's get into this. Like I said, this is Biden talking about President Trump as if he was Hyena Harris, basically.
What concerns do you have about Vice President Harris's ability to beat Donald Trump if she were at the top of the ticket?
Look, I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, but I think she was not qualified to be president. So let's start there. Number one.
Okay, so he said that, and everybody kind of looked at each other like, what did he just say? What is he talking about? So then we're going to watch the same moment happen, but instead of looking at Joe, we're going to be looking at the White House staff. So you can see the 5 individuals right there in the center of the screen, recognize most of them from the press briefings. But then to the left, on the very edge, you can see KJP's face. That's what she looks like when she doesn't paint her face white for the press briefings. That's her real face. You could tell because of the image I normally post at the top right corner of the screen during the press briefings. That's also her real face. So anyways, we're going to watch all of these individuals react. Now, it is subtle because they are White House officials. They're barely human beings, if human beings at all. But watch their facial expressions as Old Man Walter talks about President Trump as if he's the VP. And this looks like, oh no, not again, is wrote all over their face.
I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, but I think she was not qualified to be president. So let's start there. Number one.
Now watch. They all look downward. The one guy, I can't even think of his name, is touching his face, but all of them, they all kind of look downward like, oh no, not again.
I think she was not qualified to be president. So let's start there. Number one. The fact is that the consideration is
they're generating the lies they're going to have to tell tomorrow. Like, that's what they're doing. That's that look on their face. They're just like, okay, we're going to have to spend the next 7 days defending him talking about President Trump as VP. Fuck. That's what they're doing right there. And then this is our last one of that whole dumpster fire of a mess there. Let me see. This is a reporter saying right now he, talking about President Trump, is using that to mock your age and your memory. Basically, all those little stunts that we just covered there. President Trump was watching that happen in real time, made some posts on Truth Social. The reporters who are secretly Trump fans, they were watching Truth Social and they saw that he had posted some comments about how Biden was doing during this press conference. And so the reporter got his nuggets up and decided to ask Joe Biden what he thought of that shit, even though Joe Biden obviously wasn't aware, 1, because he was giving a speech, and 2, because he's not aware of anything. So anyways, this is the reporter kind of knocking Joe off his square.
President Harris as Vice President Trump. Right now, Donald Trump is using that to mock your age and your memory. How do you combat that criticism from tonight?
listen to him.
This concludes tonight's press conference. Thank you, everybody.
I don't know why they act like that's a scare tactic. Listen to him. Okay. Okay, he says you're an old man that shits his pants and doesn't know what's going on. I guess we'll listen to him. You know, Hannah Harris and Hillary Clinton, they all do the same thing. Take him at his word. Believe him when he tells you what he's going to do. Okay. He's going to close the border. He's going to take women or dudes out of women's sports, out of their locker rooms, out of their bathrooms. He's going to do that. He's going to throw them fucking border crossers out. I'll take him at his word. I mean, if that's what you want me to do, you want me to listen to him, old man Walter, I guess I will. He says not to vote for you, and he says to vote for him, and he's got a lot of good reasons why. If we're supposed to listen to the Orange Eagle, well, hey, the White House said so. Okay, old man Walter told us. Why aren't the Democrats voting for President Trump? Joe just told him, listen to Trump. So now the Democrats aren't even listening. They ain't even listening to the president. We're going to have to call them out on that. They need to get... I thought they were backing Joe. What happened? I thought they were backing Joe. And he's saying, go vote for Trump. Well, fuck. If that's what we got to do, that's what we're going to do, hooligans. We're going to have to go out there and vote for President Trump. Anyways, that was it for the shit show for Biden. Next up, we have U.S. postal workers accused of stealing millions in checks. It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat. Before we do that, I want to remind you guys, if you would like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you post all of your memes over on Discord or on jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chats on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out as we're making Saturdays more fun. We're going to read through the chat really quick and we'll get on to how these postal workers are stealing our checks because they're a bunch of bastards. Russell, I listen to Trump. That's why I'm voting Trump. Yeah. See, even old man Walter's starting to get on board. All he had to do was yell out a little MAGA there, and we'd have won the race. Astro Hammer, I could not watch the whole thing. I only watched for as long as I did to see if he would step down. I did endure into several reporter Q&As. Yeah, and I thought it was interesting how they did that, because the entire live was longer than an hour, which is unusual for Biden. And then he actually spoke for like 9 minutes, maybe a little over 10 minutes, maybe, but it wasn't very long. It was about usual. But then they stretched out the next 50 minutes with questions and answers. And you see how he answers questions. It takes, 15, 20 sentences to say what kind of flavor ice cream he likes. So they seem to, instead of be running away from the questions, which is normally what he does. He comes out, he speaks for 7 minutes, and he runs away while everybody screams questions at the back of his head. But people have been saying for years, that's not the way to handle things. Well, now he's being compared to President Trump, especially after the debate happened. And people are like, well, Trump can go out there and run a rally by himself for 3 hours. He could speak by himself for 3 hours and not rely on teleprompters or celebrities to show up. George Clooney's not in the crowd and shit. None of that's going on. And then they're looking at old man Walter, who speaks for 4.5 minutes, shits his pants twice, and Jill's got to waddle him off the stage. And so I feel like they're using the reporters and their staged questions, the pre-screened questions, to stretch out the time so it looks more comparable to what Trump does every time President Trump goes live. Because every time Trump goes live, you're looking at an hour. Very rarely do we cover Trump speaking live that lasts less than an hour. And so I think that's what they did. I was really surprised when I seen the live today, because I didn't watch it yesterday. We were going to show it, which I'm glad that we didn't have to sit here for an hour and watch that shit. But I watched it today, and I was surprised to see that it was an hour long for the live. That was highly unusual. What's up, Captain Seamus? Happy freedom. Breeze by you, they're like, oh man, here we go again. Yeah, the White House staffers, whoever those people are, you could see it on their face. It wasn't surprising to see old man Walter, referring to President Trump as the VP and just all the other nonsense. They're just like, oh, more of this. Like, the secret's out. The secret's out. It was never a secret to us, but to the normies, they see this and they're like, oh no, he's starting to decline. Like, no, this isn't. Yeah, it started 4 years ago. It probably started earlier on than 4 years ago, but we've known since he stepped in the White House that shit was going left. It's just the normies right now are starting to wake up to it. Captain Seamus, poor Joe. Even he would rather have Trump instead of Hyena Harris. You're right, Captain Seamus. The truth is starting to come out. What's up, Jack? Happy freedom. What's up, Plastic Quack? What's up, Seppa? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Eddie Walker? Got here late. Have to rewatch what I miss. Oh, it's hard to say. We've covered quite a bit in this short period of time. What's up, Web Blanket? Happy freedom. Jojo, listen to him. Yeah. I mean, fine. Fine, we will. We'll take him at his word. I don't know why they keep saying that. It's not a good threat or, whatever. Like a smart aleck comment. It's not good. It's not beneficial to Blue Team. They should probably stop saying that before they get everybody voting for Trump. What's up, Mandela? Happy freedom. What's up, Cheddar Steve? Cheddar Steve, and to think almost 1 million Ukrainian young men have died for this shit show. I don't know. I don't know anything about any of that. I know we're paying for all those people in that blue and yellow country. We're paying for everything. Like, we're paying for everything. We're paying wages for people that work in department stores. Like, we're paying everything. Those people in the blue and yellow country, they kind of owe us everything. Like, when they feed their kids, they should thank us. When they pay their bills, they should thank us. Because we're paying for everything. It's our money. It is our money. And the government is taking it and sending it over there so those people can pay their fucking wages and shit. Well, that's great. But now you're the 51st state and you should, You should be doing the same shit we're doing. You should pay our government fucking taxes and shit like that, and, you know, spread it around as we do. But they don't. They just thank old man Walter for his money that he gave them. That's not how it works. That is our fucking money. What's up, 5D? Happy freedom. Paul dropping the boobs in the chat. Mm-hmm. What's up, Lone Wolf? Happy freedom. Jack, the U.S. is completely underwriting the blue and yellow country's economy. Yeah. Yep. We are their economy at this point. It shouldn't be that way. It's not even this. It's not the citizens' fault. It's the government fault. You know, just like us. We don't want the bad stuff that's happening here. We're enduring it because the government condones it. They condone the border crossers raping, killing, kidnapping kids and women. They condone that shit. Otherwise, they would do something about it. But instead, they encourage it. They enable it. And then other countries see us and they're like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? And we're like, what do you want us to do? Other than setting fire in the street, there's not much we can do. Vote for the Orange Eagle. And that's what we're waiting on. We're voting on the Orange Eagle. It's better to do that than to fight in a revolution and do any of that other stupid shit. Just have that momentum. So Red Bear, happy freedom. What's up, Army vet? Appreciate you being here. VP Harris was surprised she was fired and replaced by Trump. Yeah, I bet that was surprising. Probably made her lips wet. She was like, well, I'm gonna have to get some work in. It's gonna take some time to work that off. What is your name? PHO. We'll go with that. Happy freedom. What's your proud pager, girly? Appreciate you being here. Matt, you still pay taxes? Yeah, I don't want the IRS to come rail me up the rear end. And they will, because my face is on TV. There ain't no way I can get out of paying taxes. It ain't going to work for me. No. I don't need government knocking on my fucking door. End up swinging from the doorknob like McAfee and shit. I don't need that. Suspicious. How is this still going on? Anyone else would be gone. It's because the whole administration is fraudulent. That's why. Because you're right. If it was anybody else in the White House, somebody would say something. Someone would do something. I mean, think about being at work. You got a stranger walk into the building. Everybody's kind of like, hey, what the fuck's going on with that guy? Why do you just walk behind the counter? You know what I mean? Like, everybody's on alert. Everyone can tell when something bad is going on, and what's bad for one of us is bad for all of us. So when you see something, you say something. And none of that's happening at the White House. No one seems to be seeing or saying anything. It's weird. And so we keep getting these truth bombs here and there. You got staffers getting their back door blown in the hearing rooms and shit like that. These little truth bombs. And it's like, oh, okay. And then for Christmas, we got the nutcracker, racist, activist dancers making performances in the White House and shit, and they're releasing Hallmark videos to us like it's some fucking Hollywood production and shit. It's because the whole administration is fraudulent. They're all a bunch of fucking criminals, and that's why they're not telling on each other. They're benefiting from ruling over us. That's what it is. I'm not anti-government. I'm for government reform. We need to put better people there. But if the shit's hijacked, we're gonna know in November. We're gonna know. Like, this is round 2, and they think, hey, we did it 2020 and it worked. We're going to do it again in 2024. But it's not going to be that way. Because if the shit gets rigged, Americans are not going to have hope anymore. And Americans without hope is a dangerous time. And so we'll see how it goes. Only time will tell. Mr. Beansy Beans, my goodness. That's what she wants, though. Guess been there. IRS will keep coming back for 10 years. Trust me. Oh, I believe you, guess I don't want any of those problems. I don't like paying taxes. But in all reality, taxes is supposed to be good for all of us. So when you pay into taxes, you're helping your fellow American. You're supposed to. You know what I mean? Like, in the theory, that's what you're doing. You're paying for your roads. You're paying for public schools. You're paying for people that need help, who are on welfare. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if it was used accordingly, it would be a good thing to pay taxes. It's when you see them shipping our money to foreign countries and paying for war and hurting us at the same time, that's when it's like, well, why the fuck are we paying taxes? But I don't have a problem paying taxes because I think it's a good thing. It's what they're doing with the tax money that's a bad thing. It's kind of like misplacing the blame. Like I say about President Trump. A lot of people that don't want to vote for President Trump are people that are scared of protesters. They don't want Trump to be president because the last time he was, BLM was in the streets burning shit down, and blue governors and mayors were not doing anything about it. People who live in those blue war zones, they don't want to go through that again. So instead of blaming the protesters and blaming the mayors and the governors for allowing blue cities to become war zones, instead they just blame Trump because Trump's image, his words, his policies sets heads on fire for liberals. And so they go out there and cause chaos, and the normies just want the chaos to end. They don't care whose fault it is. They just want it to end. And so they put the blame on President Trump because he causes them to lose their minds, and they don't have enough self-control to handle it, so they got to burn shit down. So that blame ends up on him. This tax situation's the same way. Taxes are supposed to be to benefit all of us, including when you get old and you need Social Security and shit to make it because you're too old to work. It's supposed to benefit all of us. But the government misspends our money and fucks it all up. And that's why everyone's like, well, fuck paying taxes. Well, no, we should actually want to pay taxes to a certain degree, but we need them to use the money accordingly, not just spend it on bullshit and insider trading and laundering money through foreign countries so they can put it in their pockets. Same thing with the weapons. They're like, oh, we're sending this much money to this country for them to fight a war. Well, that's not really what they do. They pay some ammunition manufacturer or some government weapons manufacturer. They give them the money, then they build the weapons, then they take the weapons and send them out to the foreign country. But the money never really leaves. It stays here. And so it's all smoke and mirrors and bullshit and them misspending our money. And that's, that's just how I look at it. Snooks, you look very handsome. I like your haircut. Well, thank you, Snooks. I'm a little more aerodynamic now, although I'm too sick to be running around the house. RK, I got my Trump swag for tomorrow's rally. Badass. Heck yeah. Tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, we will be covering President Trump. And I think on Monday in Wisconsin, I think it is, there's going to be the RNC. I think it is. And there's a lot of speculation about President Trump announcing his VP at the RNC. So I'm assuming next week we may be hearing about Trump's VP. And I know we're all really eager to hear that. What I kind of don't like that's been going on is them overselling these last couple Trump rallies. They keep saying, oh, well, he might announce his VP. You better show up. And I've noticed the last couple times we've covered Trump lives, everybody in the chat's like, is he going to announce the VP tonight? And so it's kind of like a publicity stunt. Like, oh, better come to the rally. He might announce the VP. And I wish they would just do it. And don't do the gimmicks. I don't like the gimmicks. It feels like lying to me. Don't do the gimmicks. Just tell us who the VP is. Snooks, yes, RNC starts next Monday. Thank you for reminding me, Snooks. Zero, you think he's going to announce it on the 17th? On Wednesday? Is that the last day of the RNC? That would make sense. All of those signs point in the same direction. What's up, Cornish? Happy freedom. Cornish just got a bonus and the federal government took 43%. Fucking capital gains tax. That's exactly what that is. That's capital gains tax. Same thing if you sell a car, you sell a stock, you sell a house, they come for you for capital gains tax. It's bullshit. 43%. That sucks, Cornish. And that's only for your state and local taxes. I don't and haven't paid in federal taxes for 30 years. I don't know. I don't want to fight the assholes. I'm not President Trump. If I had money like President Trump, I would. I would fight a lot of stuff, but I don't have the money to do it. So what can I do? Not pay it, get smoked, and then be dead, and then not do this? Nah, I'd rather just pay the fucking taxes and still be here. 5D, we're at the bust out phase. Yeah. Yep, it's been a lot of compliance going on, and like I say all the time, you know, we kind of wander in a direction and we hit the wall and we don't like it, and we just start wandering the other direction. Well, we've been complying for 4 or 5 years now, people doing what the government says, and it hasn't worked for anybody, and even the police aren't reliable anymore because they're told to stand down. So what that is it's hard times. Hard times creates good men, and that's where we are right now. Joe Jack, capital gains is straight thievery. Yeah, it's them being jealous that you made a good sale. You made a good sale, and the government's like, you're a bitch. Give me 50%, give me 40% of what you made since you're so good at making sales. I'm like, what? That's bullshit. Roy, Alec Baldwin might have his case dismissed. That's fucking bullshit. He should be held accountable. He was holding the gun. Gun went off, person died. Put him in prison. If it was me or you, we'd be in prison right now. We would probably get time served by the time they sentence him. Black White Bull, yes, I did get all the paperwork done yesterday. It probably won't be approved until next Friday unless something bad happens and it doesn't get approved, which I hope is not the case. But I did get the paperwork done. It's a lot. It's like 4 inches of paper or something like that. It cost $11 for me to mail them the paperwork because it weighed so much. Mandela, they charge equal to realtors' fees if you sell your home and move out of New Jersey, I was told, plus the realty fee, so up to 10% of your home value. What the hell? Yeah, but I think a lot of that is determined by state, because state laws have realty stuff, and then the realtors, they make money off the sales and stuff. And I'm trying to think, there was somebody I used to work for, their son or son-in-law was a realtor, and he was always flipping houses, buying and selling houses and stuff, and he was paying out the ass for capital gains tax. There's actually laws, you're only allowed to flip so many houses. It's regulated because there's big money in it. Flipping houses, flipping stock, they've regulated all of it because they all became wealthy. All the elites, they used those tactics to become wealthy, and then once they did, they passed legislation so you couldn't follow in their footsteps. That's why so many people are hype about crypto, because crypto is like the second stock market, and you can day trade right there right now because crypto is not regulated. And so if you want to buy and sell 150 times in one day, you'll have to pay tax on it, but it's not regulated. So you can go from being broke to 100 millionaire in a day if you know what you're doing, and nobody can stop you. You'll have to pay capital gains tax on it, but you could actually do some things if you knew what you were doing. Now, I can't give financial advice illegally or otherwise, but I just know that it's unregulated, and people who in the 70s were making money in the stock market, you can now use those tactics in the crypto market, and there's no consequence to it. The thing is most people don't know shit because they don't fucking read anything. They watch YouTube videos for all their information, and they don't know nothing. No millionaire is making content on YouTube. No billionaire is giving you a blueprint on YouTube. It's just not happening. There's only so much value in videos because people who have great wealth don't make videos. And so, same reason you don't see Lamborghini commercials on Fox. You're sitting there scrolling through TV. How come you don't see mansions for sale? How come you don't see, car commercials? Because they don't sell to people that watch TV. It's all a psyop. It's all a psyop. Life's a psyop. Let's try and make it happy. Anyways, we're going to get on this next one. Sam, you missed a lot. I'm rambling today, and I'm sick. I wonder if I have a fever, if it's actually hot, or both. As long as I survive, that's all that matters, I suppose. Next up, we got U.S. postal workers accused of stealing millions of dollars in checks. Damn postal system. I'm telling you, as soon as the robots take their jobs, everyone's going to be all fucking crying and shit. Well, at least the robots aren't going to steal our checks. Let's get this rolling. Don't forget, hit that like button over on Rumble.
I want to talk about a major theft from a mail facility at JFK Airport. 2 postal workers have now been arrested, and they're accused of stealing treasury checks, maybe worth even as much as $40 million. News 4's Gus Rosendale joining us from the newsroom tonight with what else we've learned, Gus.
Well, Natalie, detectives with the NYPD tell us they were initially tipped off by a bank that red flagged suspicious deposits, and they end up joining forces with federal authorities, and that joint effort led to arrests earlier today.
What you guys do? What happened?
Tonight, these suspects are accused of conspiring to steal more than 100 checks worth millions of dollars from the JFK mail facility.
We uncovered really a point of compromise, and that point of compromise was JFK post office.
Prosecutors believe it's the biggest theft at JFK since the famous Lufthansa heist in 1978, when about $6 million in cash and jewelry was stolen from the airport. United States Attorney for the Eastern District of New York, Breon Peace, said in a statement, criminals who cash in on checks stolen from the mail can expect to fill out change of address forms for the federal prison they will be calling home. 2 of the defendants, prosecutors say, worked for the Postal Service. 3 others are charged with endorsing and depositing what investigators describe as stolen checks issued by the U.S. Treasury, mainly heading to international destinations.
These are checks that people are waiting for. These are checks that people are waiting for their livelihood.
New at 6, we've learned that included Social Security benefits, COVID stimulus checks, and tax refunds. Indictments charge at least $4 million was stolen. However, NYPD detectives think a lot more was taken.
When we look at ledgers that have been recovered and phone records and the like, our investigative theory is that over $40 million has been fraudulently either obtained or affected. So it's a big number.
A team of local and federal law enforcement has been working on the case for the past year and a half.
These are individuals working at the post office that we entrust. We give really a sacred trust to, right? To deliver everything with integrity.
Investigators are calling these suspects dangerous. They say one had a loaded gun nearby when he was taken into custody. Live in the newsroom, I'm Gus Rosendale, News 4 New York. Chuck will send it to you.
Why did they add that little last part on there? They said that one of the suspects had a loaded gun nearby when he was taken into custody. Okay, so there was an American that had a firearm on him? It wasn't even on him. It was nearby, and it was his? Holy shit. Like, why did they say that? I guess just so I could be disappointed that he didn't have 2. He didn't have 2 guns nearby. He should have had a couch full of guns. Like, what the hell is he doing? He only had 1? That's barely an American. Fuck. I don't even know what to say about that. What a disappointment, Stupid. Like, hey, just in case you guys don't care about him stealing checks, we'll just mention some scary guns. Be really scared. There was guns nearby. Have you ever been to a Walmart? There's guns nearby. Like, stupid. Fucking stupid. So stupid. Don't walk too close to Subarus. There may be guns nearby. Promise. I promise. Stupid. Fucking scared people. Well, I've already gone all out on the Postal Service. Every week I got something bad to say about postal workers. So we'll just go ahead and let that speak for itself. But we're going to read through the chat and see what you hooligans think about these damn postal workers stealing millions in checks. And then next up we have Elon Musk's X has breached online content rules for the EU because they got different laws over there. But either way, it's coming up next. First, we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about stolen checks. Guess those 3 suspects will end up being judges in Fulton County. You're probably not wrong, guess Russell, don't go postal. I know. So I was thinking, as I was writing the schedule, I'm like, postal workers just sounds like workers that are going postal. Zero probably in the car. Could be. Breeze by you, they should just go get an actual job that doesn't involve taking what belongs to someone else. Well, they're federal workers. They were, post office workers. They worked for the federal government. They got weekends off. They got Juneteenth off. I mean, they got paid holidays, all that, and then they needed to take your check too. Like, what a bunch of bastards. Russell, my checks are direct deposit. Mine are now. I got something special worked out with Rumble. Because normally they only offer PayPal or checks that's spelt with a Q, which I guess that's how they spell it in Canada. I think it's weird that Canada has different spelled words, like color. Color's got like a U in it or some shit. Like, I don't know. I don't know why we do that. But either way, guess now they'll go to federal prison like kings. Yeah, Exactly. Sam, thieves work hard at stealing. It's their job. They were working 2 jobs. They were stealing and they were at the post office. Mr. Beansy Beans. Look at this. Look. It's the only mailman we can trust, you know. Pooch here, he's not stealing the checks. And I bet you it's on time. And I bet he's always happy to see you. Oh, it's the French influence in their language. That makes sense. That totally makes sense. I'm trying to find a comment I seen you guys saying. And now I can't find it. Somebody said, how are they cashing the checks? I can't find it now. Anyways, when I'm trying to think where I was working. I was working somewhere and I would have to leave town to cash my checks. I didn't have a bank account in town. The bank I have accounts with I don't know how to explain this. I was living somewhere else where there was not a bank for me to cash checks. And the illegals would come into this gas station with checks from the farmer up the road because they'd be working in the fields and stuff. And they'd go into the gas station and they would have these checks cashed right there at the counter. Now, I don't know how they do it, but they do. And I saw them doing this over a period of time. And when I fell into a situation where I was receiving checks for work and they were legit and all that, it wasn't farm work. I was working in a factory or some shit. But I decided to give it a try. Instead of driving 60 miles out of town to get to a bank that would be minutes from closing and deal with that headache every time I got paid, I started just going to this gas station and being like, hey, I want to cash my check. And they're like, okay. And they'd give me the money and I'd write a signature on the check. I wouldn't even have to provide an ID or anything. Just sign the back of the check, give it to them, and they'd give me money and I'd walk away. That was it. I don't know what happened to the checks. I don't know what they did. I don't know how they were legally doing that. But I know that I got my money and I walked away. And I did that for over a year. And there was no consequence to it. And the illegals were doing it every week. So I assumed that those post office workers that were stealing checks were doing something along the same lines. Now, I don't know how it's legally happening. But I know that illegals are existing here, 22 million of them. And if they can figure out a way to do it, then I'm sure that we can too. What a world we live in. Cool Frog used to go to a bar and do that. Be able to cash checks. I don't know how people do that. Paul, I can deposit checks by taking a picture of it with the banking app. Yeah. A lot of banks offer that now. Rappy, such low lifes. Yeah. Stealing from other people is so wrong. Tool to care. Times are tough for postal workers too. Yeah, I mean, I guess it ain't that tough. They had millions and dollars of checks stolen. They were millionaires. They should have just quit their job. Mandela, nothing shocks me anymore. I feel that way too. Jojo, bro, they're tracking transactions over $600. How are you going to get away with that? It's true. It's true. The only thing I could think of is they're doing on the side cashing, like I was just saying, like going to gas stations or wherever and getting the check cashed and then leaving it as cash. Don't deposit it into bank accounts. Instead, go to gas stations and take that money and put it on prepaid MasterCards. Have it charged right there at the gas station. And you just give them whatever name. They just attach that to the card when they make the account. Fake name. Cash was deposited. Nobody knows where the cash came from. Now you have a MasterCard that you can use for whatever you want, and you're using stolen cash to do it, and it's not being tracked because it's a prepaid MasterCard. It's not really connected to you. And so that's how you do it right there. Now you can buy shit off the internet. Now you can buy cryptocurrency. And then you can take that cryptocurrency and you can buy anything in the world with that shit, and there's no tracking it. So if you want to go buy illegal shit or whatever, you can now. And you use stolen cash to do it. And it came from a check. Look at that. I'm not even a criminal and I got it all figured out. It's because the system is too loose. Like I tell you guys all the time, I don't consider anybody better or worse than me. It doesn't matter where they work or how much they make, whether they work for the government or not. There's people who are federal workers who are not any smarter than the dumbest person washing dishes at the local McDonald's. When I worked at the factory and we were making car parts, if we did not assemble them correctly, it could result in your death, right? You're driving a car, your car doesn't go in park anymore. That's a fucking problem. Could result in death. Yet, we had people that were drunk and high and everything else putting together your car parts that we're going to put inside your vehicle that may or may not result in death. That's how I know. Nobody gives a shit. We have no quality of anything. So, it is what it is. That's why you can't worry about the bullshit. You can't carry the weight of the world. You can't. You can't. You can't be so concerned with all the bad in the world because there's more bad than you can do anything about. You just focus on being happy and just stay aware of what's going on around you. Cool Frog, what happened to using Rumble Studio? Rumble's not reliable. Every time there's something important going on, Rumble shits the bed. And it's not their fault that they're getting hit with DDoS attacks, but that includes Rumble Studio. So that means that if I wanted to show the last debate, which I did, when I went to use Rumble, it was down. If I had to use Rumble Studio because I didn't use anything else, I would have been fucked that night. And I wouldn't have been able to go live. And so that was an eye-opening experience telling me that I can't rely on Rumble when times get tough. And it's not necessarily their fault because they're being attacked with DDoS attacks, but that doesn't change my position, you know? So if Rumble can get to a place where we can have important lives without their entire system falling to pieces, I'll go back to using the Rumble Studio because it is badass. It is a great opportunity for creators to be able to have those ad reads and all that stuff. But man, to put me down on debate night, fuck that. Like that was a big night for us, and Rumble just shit the bed, and it's not their fault. But still, I had work to do, and so you know it is what it is. Rappy, give it to God. Absolutely, absolutely, give it to God. It's a Pag. Happy freedom. What's up, Kirk Allen? Appreciate you being here with us. What's up, Contempt? What's up, Parabellum? Parabellum, way too greedy, got them caught. Couple millions would have been sufficient, just saying. Yeah, and they must have been doing it a long time to get millions of dollars worth of checks. They should have called it quits. Suspicious. How can they cash a check that isn't written to you? Yeah. Go into those side paths. You go to a gas station, they're not verifying who you are. I don't know how they can cash the checks. I don't know how that works. I have no idea how it works. I've just seen it. Parabellum, Rumble, DDoS, sponsored by Google. Yeah. And sometimes they do post that information. When Rumble goes under a DDoS attack, a lot of times they'll post the location from where those IP addresses are coming from. I want to say last time it was like Venezuela or something like that. But if you think about how VPNs work, it could be the government doing it, and they're just pinning it on Venezuela. You know, kind of like that one dark day that happened in the 2000s. You remember? You know what I'm talking about? Some towers had fallen, and they were like, it was those people over there. You remember that? That's what it reminds me of. Holy, get some. I can't read that out loud, but that's a good one. That's a good one. So we're going to get into this next video. This is Elon Musk's X has breached online content rules, says the EU. Now the EU has done more bad than good from what I've understood about all of this, but something good that the EU did is they're breaking down Apple's monopoly. Apple has a monopoly on all their shit. You know, everything if you have an Apple device, you have to buy more Apple shit to use with your Apple device. They are not compatible with other devices. That is a monopoly. And the EU is calling it out. And so now the new iPhones will have the same charging ports as Androids. And the other thing is the Apple Play Store. The Apple Play Store is running a monopoly on Apple apps, and the EU is challenging it. And as far as I can tell, they're winning. And so in the near future, Apple will be able to install applications that are not exclusively on the Play Store or whatever you guys call it, the Apple Store. And when that happens, I will be able to generate an actual Apple app of the website, and you guys will be able to download it without me having to worry about censorship from the fucking app stores. That's why we have the like partial app that we have now, is that I don't want to fight censorship in the app stores, because there's no way to fight against it. Look what happened to Parler, you know? And so when that day comes, we'll have actual apps come out where you will be able to download them directly from the website. I'll have tutorials on how to install them on your phone, and then we will go that route. I already have that available for Android. I just haven't published it yet because we don't have a solution for Apple yet. But that's the good thing that the EU has done. Everything else, as far as I have been told, the EU sucks ass. So once again, this is Elon Musk's X has breached online content rules, says the EU.
Elon Musk's social media company X breached EU online content rules. That was the ruling from EU tech regulators on Friday. The finding could lead to a fine and significant changes in how the site once known as Twitter operates. The EU's move follows a 7-month-long investigation under the Digital Services Act, or DSA. It requires very large online platforms and search engines to do more to tackle illegal content and risks to public security. Regulators pointed at X's dark patterns, advertising transparency, and data access for researchers. It said X's verified accounts, which carry a blue checkmark, do not correspond to industry practice. They also argued it hurt users' ability to make free and informed decisions about the authenticity of accounts they interact with. The European Commission said X has failed to comply with a requirement that companies provide a searchable and reliable advertisement repository. X was also charged with blocking researchers from accessing its public data. Musk's company has several months to respond to the charges. It could face a fine as much as 6% of its global turnover if found guilty of breaching the DSA.
Well, Elon can afford to piss off the EU and all of that. I think they go after him for really dumbass reasons because they don't know how else to go after him. I don't know. He's such a weird guy. Elon is right in the middle. He's right in the middle. He gets all of his money from the government. He hangs out with all the elites and all that shit. And from that perspective, he's one of them. He's one of those people. Like, he might as well go sit at the WEF and all that. And then he turns around and claims that he's for free speech and, you know, the government is committing overreach and election interference and things like that. And then that kind of makes it seem like he's like a freedom fighter, like a truther, like us. He's not. He's somewhere in the middle. He's on his own team. I think he has enough attention and power to piss everyone off, but he's smart enough to where people don't really know what to do with him, because he's not exactly a person you want to get in a sticky situation with, because mentally you can't compete with him. You don't want to go blow for blow with somebody that's more intelligent than you are. At least I don't want to. Those are not problems I want. Every time I got to build code on the website, I am humbled by my level of intelligence. It is to work with code on a computer is a game of intelligence. There's not just one right way to do things. There's a bunch of different pathways to do something you're trying to do. Certain ways are more efficient than others. And coding is a game of intelligence. And I feel like a smart person until I'm ready to write those ones and zeros. And then I'm like, nerd. So when I think of Elon and stuff like that, it is a scary situation when you're around people that are that far, like, more intelligent than you are. Because there's nothing you can do about it. When somebody's smarter than you in the moment, what the fuck can you do? You could try and Google some shit or do some things like that, but you're really helpless. You're helpless when your intelligence, when your brain is what's holding you back. It's a humbling experience. Oh, I hear you, hair juicer. Snooks, you're very intelligent. Own it. Oh, I don't know. I humble myself about my intelligence. I'm always trying to fix problems, and the fact that I still have problems lets me know I can't fix all my problems, and that tells me I must not be that intelligent. Pumpkin, someone is always after Elon. It does seem that way. Seems like somebody's always got a problem with something he's doing. Mandela, Musk can fix this shit show if he wants to. Yeah. He's got a lot of power. He's connected to a lot of people. He's got a lot of money. Elon could really do some things. It's weird when he gets quiet. It makes me wonder like what's going on, if he's going to release a new service or a new product of some sort. Hey, I appreciate you, Brew Joe. Happy freedom to you. Jack, Apple gives apples a bad rep. I agree. Cool Frog, DDoS attacks on Rumble are massive. Yeah, they are. It's unlike anything I've ever seen before. That's why they say they think it's foreign governments doing it. They don't, like, it's not some hacktivist group. It's somebody who's got resources that is attacking Rumble. Let's read through and we'll get on to this next one. Contempt is the mainstream media that's doing the gimmicks. Yeah. Fox is a big one right now. Every time Trump's about to be live or he's in court or whatever, they're like, well, maybe he'll announce his VP. And then you go watch the shit and then he doesn't even talk about a VP. And you're like, why'd I get all excited to watch this? And I just wish they would stop with the gimmicks. I don't like gimmicks. I just don't like that shit. Mitchell, Elon supporting money conservatives and lawsuits is good, but he's not an angel. He's better than most, but maybe he plays us. That's what I worry about, Mitchell, is that he's playing us. He says and does all the right things to conservatives and, you know, constitutional loving Americans and things like that, but then he goes to the gala and hangs out with people like AOC, you know, and they hang out with the elites. They hang out with kid fuckers. There's no way. You know what I mean? Like, people get in where they fit in. If he's hanging out with bad people, he's got to be a bad person. He's just smart enough to not make it obvious, to wear the right kind of mask, to get us to accept him and give him attention and shit, when if he walked around looking like AOC or Hillary Clinton, we wouldn't give him any attention. We would just be like, hey, fuck that guy over there. And so he knows the right way to smile and talk and to get us on board. But you see who he hangs out with. And good people don't hang out with bad people. That's not how it works. You know? Yeah, Mitchell, I think Vivek is suspicious as well. There's something suspicious about him. Bigglesworth, Elon's a chameleon. He definitely could be a lizard person. I haven't seen anything that state otherwise. He's just a very interesting individual. That's how I always feel. I don't see him as a good person or a bad person. He's too withdrawn from me for me to know that. I just heard a really weird sound. I don't know what that was. He's so weird and eccentric that he's just interesting. I don't really see him as a good person or a bad person. He's just interesting. Well, we'll get on to this next one. This is Kamala Harris holds rally at Dudley High School. She's out here selling lies and shit, campaigning because old man Walter can't hardly do it. So we're going to hop right into this. But before we do, I want to remind you guys, if you would like to join the membership program over on Rumble, all you have to do is click that big red subscribe button right below where you type in the chat. Now, if you're on Android and you're using their Rumble app, I don't believe you can see that big red subscribe button. So you have to go to rumble.com, come to the live, hop in the chat. And like I said, right below where you type in the chat, you'll see that big red subscribe button. Click that button and jump through the hoops, and your name will be highlighted as an official Rumble hooligan. You'll have access to our custom emojis. We have chapstick emojis, screaming goat emojis, President Trump emojis, Klaus Daniels emojis, and more. It's a lot of fun during the live, especially during a Trump live. So definitely go join the membership program over on Rumble. We're going to get right into this video. This is Hyena Harris. It's a short one. I know you guys can't stand her. She's out here selling those lies and holding up T-shirts that say something like, you know, you ain't black if you don't vote for me, or I don't know. You know how they are, blue team, and their racial bullshit. Anyways, once again, this is Kamala Harris holds a rally at Dudley High School, calls the 2024 election the most consequential election, and then it trails off because whoever wrote the title didn't know what they're fucking doing. Let's get this rolling.
A new Washington Post ABC poll out today shows Joe Biden and Donald Trump in a
Joe Biden, Donald Trump.
The poll shows that 2/3 of the voters in this country think the president should drop out. No sign of that happening today here at the rally at Dudley High School. The vice president making it clear that the Biden-Harris ticket will be in it to the very end.
But one thing we know about our president, Joe Biden, is that he is a fighter. He is a fighter. And he is the first to say, when you get knocked down, you get back up.
Vice President Kamala Harris told the crowd at Dudley High School, "This is the most consequential race of our lifetime." She added it's never easy to run for president, nor should it be, and that voters will have the final say.
Our last line of defense is the ballot box. Your vote, your voice.
Well, let me ask you this, in or out?
In.
In or out?
In. Biden is in to win. He won before, and he's going to win in 24.
In or out?
He's in. He's ready. I'm not
Ready for what?
out. I am standing for Biden-Harris victory.
Do you want Joe Biden to stay?
Blue and yellow cord around her neck.
My wife and I have talked about this, and our position is whoever it is, we're going to support him.
The vice president received some of her biggest cheers today when she mentioned abortion and protecting women's rights. She says Donald Trump wants a national abortion ban. However,
that is not true. That is absolutely not true.
From the party platform, it's the first time that's happened in 40 years. In Greensboro, I'm Bill O'Neill, WXII 12 News.
Yeah, so I've always wanted to go to Comic-Con myself. You know, just dress up and do a lot of fucking pretending. Because that's all those people are doing is pretending. What's the great things they're going to do? What is it? What is it? They're all in. They're all in on Joe. He's going to do great. What's he going to do? What has he done? What has he done for the American people that was worth anything? One thing. One fucking thing that he's done that's benefited all of us. Because I can't think of one thing. Other than creating MAGA King and MAGAnomics and falling off the bike that we can't seem to let go of because that's always bringing on a good chuckle. Other than doing that, what has he done? So why are people fucking voting for this guy? Oh, we're all in on him. Why? What's he going to give you? What are you going to benefit from voting for him? You like women and children getting raped, kidnapped, and killed by illegals? You like that shit? You like dudes going into girls' sports, their locker rooms, their bathrooms? You like that shit. You like watching women get brutalized in their own sports because dudes are there playing when they just suck in dude sports. So they're just taking over women's sports. You guys like that shit? Like, make it make sense. And then all they say on top of it, oh, Trump wants a nationwide abortion ban. No, he fucking doesn't. Like, no, he doesn't. He has said himself to preserve the life of the mother, incest, and rape. That's not a nationwide abortion ban, you fucking retards. Like, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. It pisses me off so much because I know people that believe these lies. And I tell them, that's a lie. It's not true. I got 11 receipts right here all pointing that that's not true. And instead of hearing it, seeing it, and listening to me, they would rather go, nuh-uh, that's not true. Trump's gonna kill all of us. What are you talking about? No, he's fucking not. People are stupid as shit. And they go out there and sell that bad sauce. Normies just eat it up. They just eat it up. I can't stand it. Can't stand it. Like, not even a little bit. A bunch of dumb bastards out there selling lies. And then they got them racist ass t-shirts. Just as bad as Joe Biden saying, well, you ain't black if you don't vote for me. Yeah, I told Klaus Daniels the same thing. I said, you ain't black if you don't vote for me, Klaus Daniels. Like, shit. It's so stupid. So stupid. People are dumb as fuck. Anyways, that was that. Next up we have Trump wants hush money verdict dropped. So they mentioned in here that his sentencing that was, I believe, July 11th for the hush money trial, we knew that it had been pushed back because of the immunity stuff that came out with the Supreme Court. They had it delayed. That was the word I was thinking of. They had the sentencing delayed, and they're saying, or at least they mention in here, that the new sentencing date is September 18th. But Trump team, I assume, oh my God, I can't talk. Alina Habba Habba is what I was trying to think and got me a little flustered here. Alina Habba Habba, I assume, is the one that's pushing to get these charges dropped because of the presidential immunity. So it's coming up next. It's titled Trump Wants Hush Money Verdict Dropped. But first, we're going to read through the chat and see what you hooligans think about Hyena Harris and her plan to use those knee pads. Guess it would be like Shaq playing for a middle school team. It's hard to put labels on what we're going through right now. Live review. I'm gonna need to make a Chappelle meme. Apparently, yeah. They need to hand out the Joanna Man DVDs. I'm surprised that movie's not banned, because if you watch Joanna Man, Demolition Man, and Idiocracy, you'll feel like you're watching the news. Like, you'll feel right at home. If you watch all three of those movies back to back, the trifecta should just be called 2024. Like, that's what it should be called, because that's exactly what we're living in right now. Zero. Let me see. Zero. I followed the link Joe Biden posted to Trump Project 2025, and it goes to joebiden.com. They did the same thing with Antifa. You would type in antifa.com and take you to the White House. It's their psyops. Live review, never. I was trying to figure it out. All those hair clipping gifs. It's like, what are you talking about over here? Fuzzy peaches. Snooks, you keep playing with your chapstick. You're getting me flustered. I'm stress flipping right now. Astro Hammer, what are you talking about? Is it? I don't even know. What is? I don't know how to ask this. It sounds stupid in my head. I'm not sure what you're talking about in that last comment. Seppa, if no black people voted for Dems, then they're not black anymore. Black racism solved then, or what? Yep. That's how it works. And then we can get back to just being one race. You know, the human race. That'd be nice. Rappy, it blows my mind. What kills me is hearing voices of people I know in my head repeat these lies. That's what kills me. Is when I'm face to face with people that I believe have a functioning brain, and then they literally say, Trump wants a nationwide abortion ban. And it's like, no, he doesn't. Like, show me the video where he says that's what he wants. Go find a tweet, go find a truth post, show it to me. I got 100 videos right here. I got receipts, I got links, I got previews, I got hooligans that seen this shit. So, like, prove it to me. And they can't. And then the name calling starts. Oh, you fucking Trump supporters and blah, blah. You mean truthers. You have to identify me correctly. You made me bust these pronouns out, buddy. Hardcore fucking truther over here. Not a Trump supporter. I'm an American that supports Trump. There's a difference. There's a difference. Dumb bastards. What's up, Peyton? Happy freedom. David, I need a hit after all that bullshit. I know. I'm like, is it too early to start drinking? My stomach is so sick, though. If I started drinking, it'd be a nightmare. It would be a nightmare. I'll be lucky if I don't throw up after the live. I feel like I got lava in my stomach. I think it's just stress, though. I don't think it's something I ate. What's up, Afro Man? Happy freedom. Afro Man. Like how the fuck could anybody with a right mind believe this? Peyton, Afro Man, it's a long time of programming. That's what it is that people don't realize the news will lie to you. Especially the White House. They do not believe you. If you tell them that KJP will come out and lie to your face, they will tell you that you're a Trump supporter. They've already been taught that anybody that speaks against the White House, KJP, the news, if you speak against it, you're the problem. Feels like brown coats around here, doesn't it? That's why people are bitching about communism and fascism, because that's what's happening. The normies are enforcing it and they don't realize it. Like, they might as well get their SS badges from the office. Like, they don't realize it. They're enforcing this bullshit because they're programmed by the communism, by the propaganda, both. They're programmed by it because they don't realize that those are lies being sold to them. They think the White House must tell the truth. They have to. They are a credible source of information. And so when they come out and they say, hey, anybody that questions the 2020 election is a fuck. I'm trying to think because we got YouTube around still. I should cut it off, but it's important what I'm saying. But they'll come out and say, hey, this is the story. And anybody that questions it is a conspiracy theorist. They're a radicalized Trump supporter. They're a right-wing white supreme pizza, right? And they give you all this ammo. Here's some labels to slap on people that try to contradict what we tell you. Believe what we tell you as the truth, says the White House. And then they're programmed. And the normies come out and they're like, hey, did you hear that Trump wants a nationwide abortion ban? And you're like, well, that's not true. And they go, yeah, it is. KJP told me so. And you're like, oh, well, KJP is a fucking liar. And so is the White House. And they go, oh, you're a right-wing conspiracy theorist. You're a Trump supporter. You're a QAnon freak. You are, you know what I mean? They got these oh, we already know about you because the White House told us about you too. Like, oh, so you're a normie. So you're brainwashed. So your brain doesn't fucking work. So you support kid fuckers. You support people infringing on women's rights. You support illegals entering the country. You support us relying on foreign countries for our fuel and resources. And they're like, well, no. Okay, but that's what you're fucking saying, and you don't realize it because you don't know shit. You get your information from one source, and it's the lying White House. And that's how it goes. That's how I sit here and look at it every day. Even on days where I don't go live. That is the real truth of how all of this works. It's messed up. What's up, Ralph? Happy freedom. Bigglesworth. Heck, you should go to Comic-Con in San Diego next year. I'm going as Mega Man. That's badass. I've wanted to go to Comic-Con. I'm not in California. I'd like to visit California, certain places. They do a Comic-Con here. They have one in Grand Rapids. I think they got another one in Detroit, but I really wanted to go, even though I've heard it's not a lot of fun. I still want to go experience it. Mitchell, smoking Gatorade. Gatorade's not even good for you. The smoke is, though. The smoke's good. The Gatorade's just high fructose corn syrup. I've been getting Pedialyte. Pedialyte's the same thing. Pedialyte is high fructose corn syrup, but it has more electrolytes in it than Gatorade does. That's just my personal choices. Anyways, we'll get on to this next one. This is a very short video. It's an update on President Trump's hush money verdict situation. As I said multiple times throughout this live, the original sentencing date, I believe, was July 11th. And now it's been pushed back to September 18th. And that's if the sentencing happens at all, because everything's in appeal. And as this video is going to talk about, they're trying to get the charges dropped. So if that happens, there ain't going to be any sentencing. So either way, let's get into this. It is titled, Trump Wants Hush Money Verdict Dropped.
Donald Trump has asked for his guilty verdict in his hush money trial to be thrown out. The former president's request comes after the Supreme Court's recent immunity decision, which outlines when a former president must be shielded from prosecution. While the effort to toss out the jury's verdict likely faces an uphill battle, the last-ditch bid already succeeded in getting Trump's sentencing date postponed. Sentencing had been scheduled for Thursday, but was delayed. Prosecutors are expected to respond to the latest filing by July 24th, and that sentencing is currently set for September 18th. Coming up on NBC 10, we have sports and more weather after the break. Stay with us.
Why do these people look like they hate their lives? Just look, no smiles. They look like they hate themselves. And the blonde girl, she was getting dressed in KJP's closet after coming out. I don't know. I know that's not relevant to the story, but just, I can't stand looking at miserable people. We'll see how that goes. They were already saying that the hush money trial is already covered by immunity because he was in office or something when this was found out. I don't know exactly how they connected it, but they were like, yeah, this should be dropped because of the immunity ruling. And I don't really know how that's all connected, but it's all bullshit. The whole case is, I thought, beyond statute of limitations. I might be confusing the multiple cases, but all of them are under appeal right now, and I assume all of them will get thrown out. Even the money, even like the E. Jean Carroll money, hasn't been awarded yet. It's still in escrow. Like, she can't deposit or withdraw that cash. It's not over with. The appeal has to be finalized. So all this name calling they do with President Trump, especially calling him a rapist, so stupid that they do that. It wasn't a rape trial. It was defamation of character. He was misrepresenting somebody else. That's not at all rape or sexual assault in any kind of at all. So they do this shit so they can call him names and say he's a bad person. It's all in appeal. Alina Habba is going to get it taken care of. And after we all vote, this shit's going to go away. This isn't about justice. They don't care about justice. They care about calling him names and making him look bad to try and sell him as a bad person to all the Americans. And we're not buying it. We're not buying it. So they need to just give it up. I assume that the hush money trial will get thrown out, but we won't know until September 18th when the sentencing is supposed to happen. And he'll either get sentenced or they'll delay it again, or they might just dismiss all the charges altogether. But we won't know till September 18th, so we'll definitely have a follow-up around then. Next up, we have our good video of the day because we just covered the last bit of our news. But first, we're going to read through the chat. And before we do that, I want to remind you guys, if you would like to support the live to keep us running, you're welcome to use the Linktree link that is in the description, or maybe Snooks will post it in the chat. And using the Linktree, you are able to make donations through PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Locals, Buy Me a Coffee, or you could even send crypto. We're going to read through the chat really quick, and we're going to get on to our feel-good video of the day. And then we have our funny video of the day right after that. Guess I'm Jay. According to NBC, Trump is bad. Simply means that you're so uneducated and lazy that you can't verify bullshit because it's easier to believe it. You're absolutely right, Guess I'm Jay. You're absolutely right. It's easier to be fooled than having someone convince you that you've been fooled. And that's right where we're sitting. You be safe out there, Guess I'm. Appreciate you being here with us. Snooks, Pedialyte is better for you? Yeah. Yes. I found out because I couldn't figure out why Gatorade was giving me heartburn. I'm like, why am I getting heartburn from Gatorade? Well, because it's high fructose corn syrup. That's why. Live review. They know what they're doing wrong. Money doesn't mean shit when what you do makes you miserable. Yeah, live review. Absolutely. Breeze by you, all the cases regarding President Trump is complete bullshit. Yep. It is. It's just for name calling. What's up, Kung Fu? Happy freedom. What's up, Eric? Oh, happy freedom to you. Cool Frog. Think tank mindfuck of the idiocy that Project 2025 is real. Yeah. It's so bad. It's so bad. And that's all Biden is saying right now. He went through 2 weeks of saying that President Trump's a bad person and quoted President Trump in like traps that Trump had set during the rally. Trump would say something funny, and then right after saying something funny, he would say, watch, fake news is going to grab that and say I said something bad, but all of you here know that I didn't. And then the very next day, fake news would grab that clip and they'd go, oh, he just said something really bad. And they would play that clip that he led them right into the trap, and they fell for it. And then what makes it even worse is Biden then grabs those videos and then posts them on the official president account and goes, yeah, look, you're going to vote for this guy? He's a bad guy. Like, you're taking his clips out of context. And if you wouldn't have, you would see that he said that you were going to take his clips out of fucking context. Like, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. It's literally like watching a chimpanzee versus Elon. That's exactly what it's like. Like it's like looking at siblings. That's what it really reminds me of, is siblings. Is the little brother's trying to say that he's better than the big brother, and the big brother's like, you can't even string sentences together, buddy. Like, you're not better than me. You're not out doing shit. And we're all watching it like, what the hell? And it feels that way even more when Trump brings up golf stuff. And I don't know why he does that. He's like, yeah, your golf swing shit. And Biden's like, don't talk about my golf swing like that. And I'm like, hold up. I don't give a shit about either of your golf swing. Don't bring that nonsense over here. And that makes it even more feel like sibling rivalry. But I don't know. It's a shit show. I know that. Hair juicer, sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium pills, and a fuckload of water. Hydration drinks are mostly gimmicks. Yeah, hair juicer. You're absolutely right. Zero lemon water is good for you. Real lemon juice water. Yeah, I can't do that. Lemons mess me up. But yep. Pretty much anything you buy from the store is trash. David, Pedialyte is flawed. There's better versions. I just know I can find Pedialyte regularly. I know that I can get it if I need it, you know. But I'm sure that I could order something that would be much better. What's up, Publius? Happy freedom to you. Publius, enough is enough. When will Vice President Trump invoke the 25th Amendment? Right before Election Day. Just to throw a wrench in everything. What's up, Larry? Happy freedom. What's up, Freedom Music? Happy freedom to you. I'm voting for the felon. That's right. That's right. Bigglesworth, you're gonna have to post a pic when you're Mega Man, because I wanna see how your outfit turns out when you go to Comic-Con. All right, hooligans, we're gonna get into our feel-good video of the day. It's titled "Senior Skydiver Hopes to Complete 1,000 Dives by 2026." She's known as the Skydiving Diva, and I am pretty sure that we covered her on her birthday because she was, I can't remember how old she was turning. She's elderly, and it was her birthday and she was skydiving, and we covered it as the skydiving grandma, and I'm pretty sure it's the same lady, but I'll let you guys be the judge. Once again, this is our feel-good video of the day. It's titled "Senior Skydiver Hopes to Complete 1,000 Dives by 2026."
It's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's an 85-year-old thrill-seeking grandma free-falling out of planes. Kim Noor made history as a member of the first U.S. women's parachute team 6 decades ago. She has jumped over 600 times in her lifetime and is traveling to different states to achieve her goal of 1,000 jumps by 2026. Noor says she's not stopping anytime soon, and the skydiving diva joins us from her home state of Michigan, where she just made her 698th jump yesterday. Good morning to you, Kim.
Good morning. It's so happy.
The skydiving diva, I love that nickname for you. This is a passion. Skydiving is a passion you've had since you were 6 years old.
That's correct. I have. I've been thinking about parachutes. I love to live in the sky. And I didn't know that when I was 6 years old, but I sure know it now.
What is it about skydiving that just does it for you?
Freedom. Yeah, you're in the sky and you're free as a bird without an airplane or a motor or anything. It's very, very peaceful. And it's you can just get away from yourself, from everything, from all the things in life that are demanding from you. And that's what I like about it. And I like riding under the canopy the most of all, and just looking down and seeing what a beautiful world we have below.
I think some people, your age might be slowing down a little bit, but you are going full throttle. You're saying, I'm not slowing down anytime soon. I'm ready to get on my next plane and jump out of it.
That's right. Yeah, I know you have choices when you retire. Now, the grandkids are all in their 20s now, and nobody needs me for anything. So I just decided I don't want to sit on a couch. I don't like to sit and on a computer. I want to be outside doing things and seeing people and enjoying this. This skydiving is like a community of high energy and positive energy people. And I thought for retired people, that really is a necessary thing to have around.
Yeah, no, it's definitely good to have a hobby, but having a skydiving hobby is a little different for sure. But, like we said earlier, you are on track to hit 1,000 jumps, right? You're trying to do that by 2026. What's the motivation there? How are you going to make it happen?
I think I'm doing quite well right now. I'm trying to get 160, 180 jumps a year. And I think I'm traveling around the United States, and the drop zones have been very generous to give me jumps as I go. And I'm here in Grand Haven in Michigan now for the World Parachuting Day. And this is going to be on this coming Saturday. And all over the world, people are going to be at their drop zones jumping, or they're recording how many people are jumping on this one day in the year. Then next year, we'll try to break that record. So it's fun. It's just challenging. It takes care of your aches and pains. You just don't think about it when you're skydiving.
Yeah, I think people are thinking about a little something else. So the whole free fall thing might take over as you're falling out of the plane. But, Kim Noor, we are cheering you on. What an accomplishment. What an inspiration you are to 85 years old. You're a grandma to 4 grandkids and still jumping out of planes, living out your passion every day. Thanks for joining us on this Friday morning.
Thank you very much. And, enjoy the day.
Thanks so much, Kim. Thanks for watching it.
Yes. Well, that's our feel-good video of the day. She's the skydiving diva. She's going to be earning her gold wings with 1,000 dives within the next 2 years. That's pretty badass. What I didn't realize the first time I screened that video is she said that tomorrow she's going to be in Grand Haven, Michigan to skydive for an event. That's not even an hour away from me. Totally didn't realize that was even a thing. I didn't know that they were doing some special skydiving thing tomorrow, and I sure as hell didn't know it was going to be happening an hour away from me. That is kind of badass. I was unaware. Maybe I'll be able to go and see some of that stuff. I don't know. Like, now I have all these ideas, and I wonder about it. I'm going to write a little tab here so I can look it up after the live. Let's see, Grand Haven skydiving. I'm going to check it out after the live, see if I can find some more information. But I thought that was a pretty badass video and deserving to be our feel-good video of the day. Next up, we have our funny video of the day and what we'll be wrapping up today's show. It's titled Big Boy Conference. You know what it's about. It's coming up next. It's our funny video of the day. But first, we're going to read through the chat and see what you hooligans think about skydiving diva and her pursuit for 1,000 jumps. I hope Sam's here, because all that stuff always makes me think of Sam, and I hope that she goes and hangs out with Sam and all of them on her pursuit for 1,000 jumps, because I know Sam and them will treat her right. Zero, delay the live and get video. I don't know what time they're going to be doing it. That's the thing, is like they may not even be doing it until after the live, but that's why I got to look into it to see what all will be happening. Astral Hammer. I was an idiot and climbed up a rather tall water tower in high school. That could have been my moment to skydive without a parachute. No. I've had dreams like that, Astral Hammer. No, I can't do heights. I tried to do some roofing when I was a little younger, probably 10 years ago or so. I was trying to do some roofing, and I was strong enough to carry the shingles up the ladder and all of that. I could do 2 stacks, and that was good enough. It wasn't what the other guys are doing. They're 4 stacks up the ladder. You know, I'm not able to do that shit. Maybe if I'd have stuck around, I'd have been able to. But man, I'd get up on the roof, or I'd be on the side, like where they have the hooks that extend out of the wall, and they just lay a ladder on it, and you're walking across a ladder that's just sitting on some poles. There's nothing actually strapping it into place. I'd get about 3 steps sliding out to the on the side there, and then my legs just started doing this, and I couldn't take steps anymore. I'm like, I can't do this. After 2 days, I had to quit. I was like, I can't walk once I get up there. I can't do it. It's 3 stories off the ground because the basement was it wasn't filled in yet, so you're way up in the air. You're just no safety harness or anything. If you fall, you die. I'm like, that's not worth $15 an hour for me, and I quit. And I called it. And they're like, oh, you're a sissy. I was like, I don't care. I don't give a shit. I'm a sissy. Yep. J Spray, you're 20 minutes from Grand Haven right now. That's badass, J Spray. I didn't know you were that close to me. We might have to go to Grand Haven tomorrow and see what's going on. Live review maximum velocity. Yes. And I'll keep my feet on the ground, thanks. Well, I want to go to skydiving once. I want to go out and hang out with Sam. I got to make some time to do it, though. Zero, she gives me motivation. Yep. And she's not alone with feeling that way. She's like, well, I don't want to sit on a couch. I want to be around energetic people with positive energy. Yeah, that's what keeps you alive. That is exactly what keeps you alive. I was raised by elderly people. I know what the end of life looks like. It's everything else that I'm uninformed about. Jay Spray, you were just in Baldwin for the 4th? Did you have a good time out there? I know Baldwin used to be kind of rough, but I haven't heard any bad things about Baldwin in years. I hope they cleaned it up out there, because I know it was starting to become a rough spot, especially with drugs. Mandela, I carried 1 stack up a ladder and quit. Yeah, Mandela, it's not a lot of fun. Roofing is not fun. It's hard work. And I respect people that get that job done. That's a hard-ass job. Everything is heavy. It's hot. You're getting sunburn. Your sunburn gets sunburns. You know, you fall off the roof. Most of the time, you ain't treated right. So I respect people that can get that roofing shit done. It's a hard job. Wayward, I build pools. It's hard, but roofing sucks ass. Yeah, I bet building pools is a pretty tough job, too. David, anything steeper than a 412? I don't know how to say that. I don't know. A highly pitched starts getting freaky. Yeah, David, and the roof I was on wasn't even pitched like that. You know, it wasn't like an A-frame kind of steep curve. It really wasn't. It was just I was so high off the ground, and knowing that one wrong move, and there was snow everywhere, so it was like one wrong move, I could slip on this ladder, and if I do, I'm done. I'm toast. I'm going to either be paralyzed or killed or whatever, and I couldn't get the thought out of my head. The whole time I'm trying to work, I'd slip, or the wind would blow, and I'd have to like grab onto the roof or like get down on all fours and be like, you know, I don't want to die doing this. I don't care enough about this to be willing to die for it. And after 2 days, I was like, nah, I'm done. Like, I'm done. Slide Dog, you can be a roofer or have good knees, but you can't have both. Yeah, Slide Dog, that's pretty true. I got a brother-in-law. Is it my brother-in-law? I think he's my brother-in-law. My sister's husband, whoever that guy is, he's got bad knees, and he does roofing and stuff. They lay brick though. I think he's got a new job, a better job. He's unionized and all that now, but they were constructing like chimneys on houses, on wealthy people's houses, or like you ever see their mailboxes, or they got like big cement with stones placed in, and it's a big ass over glorified mailbox. They would build stuff like that for customers, and his knees are gone. His knees are toast. He's been doing that kind of work his whole life, from what I understand. Pumpkin, go meet that grandma. I will if we find her out there. Be like, hey, we covered you on the news. Let's do an interview. She's like, fuck you guys. I'm sure she wouldn't be that way. I'm sure it would be a great interview. Cool Frog, more like freedom. Yep. I knew. As soon as she said that, they were like, so why do you like skydiving? She's like, freedom. It was like, I knew it. I knew that was coming. Absolutely. David, concrete work I think is the roughest. Yeah. David, roofing can be awesome on sunny days on the coast where you get great views. Yeah. I mean, I could definitely see that. Snooks, I have lots of energy. Still not skydiving. Yeah, that's all right. Oh, I just clicked on a damn Rumble tab. Hate when I do that. Gotta get back to my own live problems. Oh, look, Jeff's live. I live in a strange world inside of a small apartment. Publius, I'm voting for the candidate who is competent to stand trial. I forgot about that in my rant earlier. That's right. Only one of them is competent enough to be held accountable for criminal actions. I'm voting for the guy who's able to go to trial. What's up, Sure Crazy? Rumble's working. Unless Canada blocked it, which hopefully that's not the case. Oh, no, they wouldn't have blocked it because Rumble is based in Canada, I'm pretty sure. Bigglesworth, she's living her best life, letting her freak flag fly. I agree, and I'm glad she's having fun. I think they said she was 85. Out there getting it at 85. Kevin, try baling hay in the summer heat. Oh, I've done that. I've done lots of that. Done lots of farm work, lots of field work. Stuff like that. Planting asparagus. Picking asparagus. What else have I done? I've done lots of that work, and yeah, the hay is not fun. It's not fun. Have people get like hay that goes through their hand and shit like that. It's not fun. Get all scratched up and you're all itchy and you're sweating and you go to wipe your face and it's like sandpaper. Yeah, you're right, Kevin. That is pretty rough work. Breeze about you. What is smoke jump? I've never heard of that. I assume it has something to do with weed, but I'm probably wrong. Don't mind me. I'm just a hooligander. We're going to get into our funny video of the day. It's titled Big Boy Conference.
President will hold
this. Pretty sure. All right, hooligans. This is our funny video of the day, and it is titled Big Boy Conference.
President will hold a press conference, I guess a big boy press conference.
Hold a press conference, a big boy press conference.
Yeah, I'm a big boy. That's a big boy, sir. I'm a big boy. I took a big boy. Yeah.
He's a big boy now. My goodness. What a legacy old man Walter's building for himself. He's got his own memes. What a life. What a life. Well, hooligans, that is all the coffee I had for you guys today. I know it wasn't the longest live. Did we make it 2 hours? We're about to hit 2 hours, so it wasn't too bad. I did have trouble finding news today. You know, everybody wants to talk about Old Man Walter. That's all it's been. For 2 weeks, we are documenting Old Man Walter's downfall. And that's not exactly what I want to do for the live, but it is what it is, and I try my best to make it fun. Hopefully we'll have a little bit more of a variety of news tomorrow. But it is what it is. So I just dropped the Linktree link in all of the chats where all of my links are listed. My brain's not working. Definitely go join Discord. I always want to call it Gilded, but it's Discord. Go join Discord. It is free. It's our free hooligan community. It's the best way to not experience it live. It's the best way to receive notifications for when and where we go live. The hooligans are there keeping the conversation going 24/7, and we have a news board to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join our free hooligan community, the Discord. It also has an app if you've never used Discord. It's a group of chats and whatnot. Plus, all the hooligans are hanging out. So if you get lost or you don't know how to use the platform or you just don't even know what it's for, just hop in the general chat and post a question, and a hooligan will be there to assist you, because none of us knew what any of it was until we gave it a shot. So don't be intimidated by these platforms or anything like that. The hooligans are there to help. That's what we do. So definitely go join Discord, and if you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. That is the home of the hooligans. Over there, it is the best way to experience the live. You can watch the live with our built-in chat that has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and links and custom emojis and more right there in the chat. You can customize how your chat bubbles look and your usernames. All of that stuff. Lots of customization and fun stuff to do during the live. Then we also have Hooligans Alley, which is our social media area. It's like Facebook and Twitter mixed together, but then cutting off all the liberal crybabies and the censorship, because we don't have any of that stuff over there. Then we have our forums, which is very much like Reddit. Then we have our reminders, which is your own personal planner. And then we have our advanced messaging system that has all of our built-in group chats. And then it gives you the ability to text each other, call each other, video call each other, group texting, group calling, and group video calling. Traditionally, on Fridays, 6 p.m. Eastern time, we would get together for a voice chat. I will not be there today because I had already made some promises earlier in the week. I forgot because of the paperwork was overwhelming me, and I was reminded earlier today. So I will not be there for the voice chat today, but you hooligans are welcome to continue on like usual. Trying to think there's something else. Either way, go join jeffmaclive.com. Like I said, it's the home of the hooligans. I'm going to read through the chat really quick and see what you hooligans thought about today's coffee. And then we got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up, and we'll be live again tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. And then at 5 p.m. Eastern time, we will be covering President Trump live. I think he's going to be in Pennsylvania. I have to double check that. But he will be live tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern time, and we will be covering it. We're going to read through really quick, and then we will be doing the pledge and wrapping it up. Oh, I appreciate you, Breeze by You. Yeah, I'm going to drink some baking soda and water right, like as soon as I get off the live. Oh, thank you, Snooks. I appreciate you, Snooks. Astral Hammer, a smoke jump is when you take a rip of a bong and accidentally drop your bong in a big old pile of straw, set it on fire, then you jump down to save your stash before it gets burned up. Yeah, Astral Hammer, that's pretty much what I was thinking it was. I was pretty sure that's what it was. I don't want to say it out loud and be wrong, but thank you for confirming that for me, Astral Hammer. Now we know. Now we know. The smoke drop. Snooks, Butler, Pennsylvania, thank you. Thank you for letting me know, Snooks. Interesting, Zero. Smoke jumpers. An elite group of firefighters jumps from helicopters to extinguish fires. One firefighter must choose between his love for his family and his addiction to life-risking danger. Smoke jumpers. 1996. Interesting. I think it's safer to do the bong thing. Oh, I appreciate you, Pumpkin. Thank you for being here. David, I need to make more coffee. Over 100 hours clocked in at work. Jeez, don't work too hard, David. Make that money. Stoner, don't forget to send Jeff your foot pictures to get verified on Discord. Stoner, that's supposed to be a secret. You're breaking the hooligan code at this point. Come on, man. Happy Freedom Jump Offa. Thank you for being here with us. David, it's like we're being pranked. For real. For real. We're all just sitting here waiting for the punchline. Thank you, MU. I appreciate you being here. Happy Freedom Pag. I kept meaning to say hello to you, and I can't remember if I actually did or not, but I appreciate you being here. I'm doing so much at once, and I'm like, oh, I got to do this, but I got to do this first, and I got to do the one thing before doing that thing. And then 5 things later, I'm like, oh, yeah, I wanted to do this other stuff while using both hands and kicking the cat and flipping my chapstick and all of that. Thinking, talking, reading. Doing a lot. I try. Hey, I appreciate you, Astro Hammer. I hope you have a good weekend, too. All right, hooligans, it's that time again. If I can find it. There we go. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, didn't mute myself, and we are good to go. Like I said, we will be live again tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Plus, it's Free Speech Saturday, so make sure you post all of your memes over on Discord or jeffmaclive.com. And then we have President Trump at 5 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. So we'll have a busy day tomorrow, and hopefully I see all of you right here. We're going to read through one last time just to make sure no hooligans are left behind. And we're wrapping this up. I appreciate you, Jack. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you, Bigglesworth. Thank you for being here with us. What's up, guy? Happy freedom. Trig Crazy, you can't get into Rumble. Are you able to see Rumble? Trig Crazy, write me a message. Because we don't have enough time to sit here and have this conversation. But send me a message, however is easiest for you to get a hold of me, and we'll figure this out. Well, I can't do stuff to your Rumble account, but I can help you figure out what's going on and see if there's some sort of censorship happening or something along those lines. So definitely get a hold of me, Trig Crazy, and we'll get it figured out. What's up, XX5? Oh, I appreciate you, Rappy. You have a good day also. Thank you, Zero. You be safe as well. All right, hooligans, like I said, tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time, Coffee with Hooligans. It's Free Speech Saturday, so bring all your memes with you, as well as some riot snacks. You never know, it might be a long one. And then we have President Trump, 5 p.m. Eastern time. All of that's coming up tomorrow. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you, hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support. I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.